Hello and welcome once again to my online video banking tutorial. The topic for today is why you need a line of credit. Okay, well, first of all, let's figure out what that means. What is a line of credit? Well, a line of credit is a special kind of loan where instead of establishing the amount of the loan and paying a fixed amount every month, in a line of credit, the bank authorizes a maximum loan amount, and anytime you need money, you can borrow against that line of credit up to the maximum, and you only pay interest on the part that you actually borrow. So say you have a $5,000 line of credit, but you don't really need money right now. It just sits there, it's available to you, you don't use it, you don't pay any interest. And suddenly need arises, you need $1,000 quick. You just take it out of your line of credit, transfer it into your checking account, and what do you know? You got $1,000. And now you have to start making payments on the line of credit, paying off the $1,000 plus the interest on the $1,000, but not on the $5,000. That's basically how a credit card works, right? You've got a credit limit on your credit card, and you can borrow up to that amount, but no more. And anytime you want to make a payment, you can lower your balance. If you need more money, you can increase your balance. You only pay interest on the part that you're actually using. So, okay, but why do you need one? Debt's bad, right? Everybody's trying to get out of debt. Why do I need this line of credit that's just going to get me into debt, right? Well, the main reason you need a line of credit, everybody needs a line of credit, is to protect yourself from bureaucracy. Let me tell you a couple of true stories. The other day, a gentleman came in to the bank, deposited $803 into his business account, cash, and then the next day, the deposit disappeared, and his account was negative, and he didn't have any money to conduct his business. The guy was a courier. He needed to buy gas for his car so he could deliver his packages, and his account was like $600 in the hole. What happened to his $800? Well, it was a mistake. The business deposit ticket got filed with the personal deposit tickets, and it didn't get credited to his account the way it should have. Basic human error, but stuff happens, and suddenly this guy is just like stranded with no gasoline and no line of credit to no other place to get money from. So he was just basically stuck. Was the problem fixable? Well, yeah, but in order for it to cycle through the bureaucracy, I had to call cash balancing, and they found the problem, and they can credit it back, but it's not going to show up until the next business day. Then the money will be in his account. Could happen anywhere, but it happened, and this guy was stuck. Another example. I know a woman who, when she was pregnant, she was out on disability, and her employer accidentally paid her too much disability pay, and they didn't realize it until several months later. They caught the problem, and they said, "Well, we overpaid her disability. We're going to subtract that amount that we overpaid her. We're going to subtract it back out." But instead of doing it in any kind of normal way, they just took it all out at once. So basically, it wiped out her whole check. She didn't get her paycheck. I think maybe she owed $2,000 in disability back to her employer, and her paycheck was only for $1,500, so she didn't get paid that week. And she had no line of credit. She had no other place to get money. She was penniless. What to do? Another example. a girl wrote a check to her mom for $10,000. I forget why she owed her mom $10,000, but that's not important. She was about 22 years old. Doesn't typically write $10,000 checks out of her checking account. So when that check showed up, the bank's looking at it like it's kind of suspicious. And furthermore, the signature that she signed the check with didn't match the signature that the bank had on file for her. I guess, at that age, maybe you change your signature a couple of times. So the bank refused to pay the check. It's deposited fine. It's deposited into her mom's account. Her mom spent the money, but then the transaction got reversed, and suddenly her mom has got negative $10,000 in her account. No line of credit. She's got no money. She's broke. She's overdrawn. What do you do? So, when stuff like that happens, it does happen. It's just mistakes, and it's fixable, but it takes time. And in my view, you need a line of credit just to cover that 2-week period when you're just fighting with the bureaucracy trying to get everything sorted out. I don't recommend going deeply into debt, but just to kind of smooth over those things that happen in life, it can truly be priceless. And another thing is now's the time. If you got a job, if you got good credit, now's the time to set it up. Because guess what? If you lose your job, if you get hurt and you can't work, then who's going to want to give you a loan? Nobody. It's like insurance. It's one of those things you have to set up ahead of time while life is good, and they're willing to give you the line of credit. And then if something goes wrong, then you can just go ahead and take money out of it. So don't wait on that one. Get that set up.